big companies, Apple, Microsoft, Google, they're called Rising Star by Adrian Wooldridge in an article recently in Economist magazine. And not only are they big, they're getting bigger, but consider how big. We're dealing with companies that make up about 10% of the global economy and represent 80% of the profit. That's big. Uh, Even in seen in the context of the United States, the Fortune 100 companies together represented 33% of GDP in the United States in 1990, but in 2013 they had grown to 46%. Now, they're getting bigger. One of the reasons is because of mergers. Mergers and acquisitions were in 1990 11,500, but by 2013 it was 30,000 a year. Their getting bigger means that they can stand up to competition. And of course, they could also stand up to government, not only through lobbying, but through taxes and legislation and taxes or maneuvers about not paying taxes. And we've seen that recently in several instances. In the past, big companies had a lot of assets. Like for example, U.S. Steel in the 30s and 40s and even 50s, I think. But now, big companies have huge cash piles that are actually, according to this article, a large proportion of the global economy. And cash pile means that they're not involved in the economy in the same way. So they have a lot of cash pile, but they have few assets, as in the past companies used to own a lot of assets. But the one fact that really stuck in my mind and alerted me was an employment. In the past, they employed a lot of people, these companies. But now, partly because of digitization, the percentage of people that they employ has diminished greatly. So we're dealing with companies that are getting bigger, that have more and more profits, that employ less and less people, and that participate in the economy in a totally different way. Now, the article concludes by asking whether all of this is a source of concern or of celebration. I'm sure it's celebration for the companies, but for people like me, I interpret this as a great source of concern. And my question is, are these companies too big for our own good? Thank you for listening. I'm Danielle Levy.